Hey there, Huck. Good morning. Unknown. Hope you're doing well. Just getting set up here. Server's come down in about 1 minute. They'll be down for 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll give us time for the stream to preload. I can finish my tea. We can all wake up a little bit. What are you up to, Huck? What are you working on? What about you, Unknown? We're going to start north probably and work our way down to the south. Looking for SIGs, looking for relics. After downtime. See if we can find some ISK that way. Widowmaker, hope you're doing well. I didn't know if Widowmaker was still on the... I had a weird interaction where I was looking at the stream, and I was hosting Degen, and then I unhosted, went live, actually showed myself as live, and then the stream flickered and went back into host mode, and I was confused, but I refreshed it and put it back on the stream. Hey, Tim. Good morning. Has there been any new developments or chapters in the whole ambassador program? There goes the server. Let's kill that in the launcher. I have tripwire up, so I'll see when the ESI disconnects and reconnects and all that good stuff. Heard there is training on Thursday, but I'm not holding my breath. So tomorrow, I presume? I guess it's hard to keep up like today and tomorrow when you're working the overnight shift. I know it was weird when I was doing it in the hotels in college when I'd go in on Thursday and be like a third of the way through Friday before I left work. I think Unknown's keyboard is broken. Skunk, good morning. What time do you get on the road in the morning, Skunk? How early do you start? I guess some of your days are super long if you got some 10, 12, 14-hour days. Hey, Dark Knight. Glad you could join us. Server just came down. We got about 5 minutes or so. 5-10 minutes of downtime. You're on the road by 5 a.m. or you're... So, are you out the door at 5 a.m. or you're on the road by 5 a.m.? Hey, Jay. Good afternoon. You're on the road by 5? Gotcha. I think I'd have to have more time to wake up in the morning to drive in general, let alone a rig. I don't know. I've had an Explorer. That's like the biggest vehicle I've ever had. I had a guy, when I was in college, there was a guy who ran a bounce house business. They would do like, parties and events and stuff like that. And at first he pitched it to me like he just wanted an extra pair of hands for the summer, because it was his busy season. I was like, alright, cool, sure. And then after the first weekend, he was like, alright, I'm gonna give you the keys and you can just drive around and do this yourself. And I'm like, no. I was like 18, 19. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wreck your van, my guy. I was gonna plow this van to somebody's house. Plus, like, I didn't... It's definitely shady, the way he originally approached it. He was like, yeah, just ride along with me and I'll pay you. Like, alright, cool. And he did, legitimately need extra hands. It made the job faster. But if he needed an extra pair of hands that weekend, he was gonna need an extra pair of hands the next weekend. And instead, he just wanted to dump the keys off on me and tell me good luck. And I'm like, I don't think so. Captain Data, thank you for the retweet. Ari, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Skunk, thank you for the retweet as well, and linking it up. If you guys want the tweets or the bots, add tweets ID. Just replace the question mark with your Twitter handle, your @Twitter handle, and the bot will catch all the retweets. I think, so the difference between yesterday's first tweet and the one today is that it's where I copy and paste from. Like, if it's the direct tweet, it worked, but if I copy and pasted from somebody's, like, posted message one, like Ironhide or Irritor, didn't seem to like that one. Ari, thank you as well. I saw Bjorn use the raid command yesterday during Frank's block. I haven't had a chance to use it because I always have, well, I usually have Frank on after me, so next time Frank vanishes, we'll try out the test raid command as well. 1 minute after contact, that does. It absolutely does, Jay. Or you can say, good belated after, or morning, I guess. Good belated morning. What are you up to, Ari? What are you working on? Alright, hot tea is finished. Skunk, I don't know how long I will be at this company. They changed their smoking policy yesterday. There's only 2 of us that smoke, but they aren't singling us out. What's the change in policy? Like, they're trying to say you can't smoke while driving? Because if you've been used to smoking while driving, and then suddenly you can't, pretty sure it's going to go badly. We weren't trying to smart publics yesterday. Oh, yeah? Just finished playing some Wild 8, now just procrastinating because I don't know what I can be bothered to make. That's how I feel like when I get back from the gym in the evenings. It's like, get home, shower, stop moving. I'm like, I need to eat dinner. I don't want to make dinner, I need to eat dinner. Why? What do? So, Smile Up in chat seems to be having some kind of like seizure or episode, or I don't know, they might need immediate medical attention. I don't know if they are new to Eve or, but maybe they'll sort it out. All right, let's look at a short downtime today, so we get the launcher back up. No smoking in the trucks at all. Like, no heads up, no whatever. So it's between you and the other guy. Which one of you like caused damage to the truck? Somebody must have done damage. Hey, Mark. Hope you're doing well.
Connecting.
Guys, we hit it. Skunk, look at it. We found the next Redditor who's going to be all like, that Rushlight guy is an asshole to me. Look how powerful narrative is, guys. Look how powerful narrative is. Alright, let's go this way. There we go. Keep in mind, we're the rude one, right? This asshole comes in channel, caps locking, move, go, go. I'm throwing a temper tantrum. Do what I say right now. Pay me attention. Blah, blah, blah. And then when we, you know, as politely as possible, point out that they're an idiot. Like, wow, this guy's rude as fuck. I just came in here losing my shit. This guy has the nerve telling me I'm an asshole. You know what, guy? You're an asshole. I'm gonna go to Reddit right now, put you on blast. Damn. Another Redditor is gonna shit their pants. I don't know what we're gonna do. So the concepts of Ren, I agree with. But in this particular situation, I don't think Skunk shares a truck with anybody. That I'm aware of. I could be mistaken. Maybe he turns the truck in at night and someone else drives it until morning. I have no idea. I'm definitely under the impression that is not the case, but I do see your point, Lauren. So neither of us, they just bought a new semi and the new HR Ladybird throwing their weight around. So I presume you just talked to your boss and you're like, hey, that's not going to happen. That's Smile Up, this streamer is a dick. Reddit famed dick. That needs to be a new accolade. Does Reddit have, like, titles you can give yourself or whatever? I can be like Reddit verified dick. Let's go LF.
Warp drive active.
You guys ready for this? I have like a new level of investigative journalism we're gonna do. I wish Uritor was here, right? So I'm gonna click this guy's name in chat. He made his accounts this year in May. So he's new to Twitch, or he's been banned previously in Twitch, and this is just where he is now. Let's go take a look at him. Alright, so League of Legends fan. I can't speak poorly on that. I like some League of Legends. Team Fortress 2 I've never played. I guess these are moon runes. I don't know. I mean, there's a moon symbol. There's these letters don't make any sense. At my own ignorance. Let's see who he follows. Let's see who he follows. Let's see the caliber of nice people that he's used to. Maybe it's all about a matter of perspective. So he followed us at some point. Why the hell did he follow us? Maybe for Frank. Maybe he was here for Frank's stream or something. Maybe even a Hazel stream. I don't know these people. This looks familiar. The poker one. Follows Tolly. Looks like some MMO action going on. It says he follows 40 people. That's not 40. Oh, here we go. Gotta load this shit up. So, definite props to this guy not having like nothing but the eye candy follows. I used to watch Maz play some Hearthstone. So like, this guy's already well ahead of anything I expected. I thought it'd be nothing but eye candy streams. That's usually how it is for the neckbeards. Where am I going? I think we're going. Where the fuck am I going? I'm in FY. Oh, I want to go LF. I'm very confused. Why am I in FY? Why am I asking you guys? Maybe I warped to... Oh, you know what? I warped to the gate. They gave me that notification that, like, nobody's been through here yet today, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm catching up. No SIG still. The hell? Let's go MVC then BK4. We'll flip back around. Tim, this is gonna be a new method. We're gonna have a new policy. Every time we have that, if I can, I'll stop what we're doing and we'll go check out their profile and see what's up. Scott, the streamer is a dick. Oh man. Alright, Skunk confirms he's going to show the truck. And I mean, Skunk explained it. He said that there was a new HR person. They're just trying to be a controlling individual. Tim knows about that. Tim knows about those controlling personalities in the workplace. He's having to deal with bullshit because of that right now. Oh god. Probes, please calm down. There we go. I'm sure the mods in Reddit Eve can give you a title. I don't know any of the mods though. I recognize some of the names. Maybe I just need to reach out and be more sociable or something. I'll probably just delegate it to Frank. Like, hey Frank, you're on Reddit all the time. Do something useful and get me a title on Reddit. Please and thank you. I don't know anything about that name, Jay. Alright, there's 2 nerds and local guys, and a relic site. Right after downtime. This is maybe not amazing. I would really like them to not be on this site. Level 2? Level 3. Science outpost. You sons of bitches. I bet one of these nerds is on this site already. There's 2 relic sites and local guys. There's 2. Can we get either of them? There's 2 nerds and local. So I'm prepared to be real salty that we're bad and dumb and slow getting on the side of fast enough. You approve? Alright, Tim. New segment. Someone tries to shitlord you in chat, you go investigate their profile and be like, wait, what's this guy all about? Maybe this guy is a matter of perspective. Maybe he's just used to different interactions. Aye, we made level 3 science outpost all to ourselves. Game is easy. Alright, so let's go 0.25 on this one. I've never, let's see, it's not that I've never smoked, it's that I've never smoked regularly. So I've never had that, habit-forming aspect of it. Not that I'm not capable of being addicted to it, absolutely. Just, I've never experienced it myself firsthand. So I have no input on what can help someone quit smoking. And different things work for different people, so I have no idea. I think caffeine was the hardest thing I ever had to give up. So, I'm under the impression someone will already be on that level 4 site. Don't get me wrong, I'd much rather go down to level 4. But I'm concerned that if I warp to level 4, it'll be occupied, and I warp back to level 3, and it'll be occupied, and then I'll just hate life. So, instead what we're going to do, try to do this cam. Try to get good. There's the core. Nothing in that one. Oh, CCP, another empty ruin! Alright, let's go this can over this way. A most common. He's a well-known Hearthstone asshole. So, like, perspective, right? Like, I'm obviously an asshole. So, is this like a different type of asshole, or like Frank level asshole where he can't be bothered to show up, and that kind of stuff. There's a whole variety, different degrees of asshole. Different flavors, if you will. Put that image in your mind. I don't think Tim will have trouble very far with that concept. God damn, 2 empty ruins on this site. Why is this game so hard, guys? Wasted too much time looking at dude's profile. Wait, Tim, I thought you were happy with it. Now you're not happy with it. I'm confused. Can't keep up with your fickle feelings. Or did you go follow, or did you go through the guy's profile as well? You're saying you spent too much time on it. Alright, to the poor. Alright, 4 mil can's not terrible. There we go. Ivan, hope you're doing well. Rush, why wouldn't you just move? Why would you just move for him? Right. Come to the channel. Go, go, move! Like, what the? Is this guy having an aneurysm? What the hell is he doing? Oh, he cheats. Well, that's an issue. How do you cheat at Hearthstone? Like, I'm not saying you can't. I just don't have any awareness of, like, how that's a thing. Sometimes I miss competitive card games. I used to play Magic the Gathering. I was never, like, super competitive. I'd go to events and play in tournaments and stuff. I never really cared for online card games because you can't play the person at all. Which I guess is like a theme in poker as well. I've never played a lot of poker, but after a couple hundred hands of one meta or particular meta in Magic, like, there's nothing wrong with the game design or the methodologies, just I get bored with it. And then to keep it fresh or whatever, I like to play different people. That's not always an option. There we go. Well, it's 8 million in that can. So we're like 18 million on a science outpost? It's pretty terrible. There's still level 4 relic in local, but I presume it's already occupied, so we'll finish this side up and then we'll go check that one out and then we'll move on. Most common. Dance, monkey, dance, right, Captain Data? That's the impression I have of that guy that was in the chat earlier. You are worried that you were too slow to scan. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that guy won. He kept us from getting on these sites in time. That's right. Man, that bastard. Oh wow, I should not have used that tool there. Oh boy. Traps, please calm down. I need a little bit of help here. Alright, nothing over there. Tim, I think I shook the mic guy at the gym. I think he went to the new gym. I think he's gone forever. I think he struck out enough times at the gym that I go to. Now he's like, you know what? I'll go try my luck elsewhere. I'm okay with this. Like, it sucks for the business owner. Don't get me wrong. I don't want him to lose customers, but I'll happily sacrifice Mike to try to get better people in there. Shit! This guy wasn't on the site, guys. He's only 2 cans in. Maybe I'll get scared and run away. The hell are my probes? Alright, thank you, probes. Come over here now. This guy's not even doing a can. I think he's waiting to see what I do. He's got about 20 mil off the site, yeah. Let's get a 2 AU. We're gonna go BK4 next. That's a dead end system. We'll double back and look around. So many nerds. So many. Hey, J-Force. I'm behind on chat. I will catch up eventually. Putting this shit in tripwire, pull these probes in. We're gonna go, hey, probes, get in here. How am I going? BK4? Yeah.
Warp drive active.
Catch on chat a little bit. You know, cheat in the regular ISK game, but Connie used to run tournaments. So like more like scams or? Yeah, Arena looks interesting. I'm not gonna put like a lot of expectation or a lot of hype into it until I get my hands on it, but. Hey, Kiss Tank! Can't hear anything? Oh, neighbors are into what? Wait, Kiss Tank. Alright, bunch of SIGs here.
Warp drive active.
Tripwire knows KQAX, nope, and MZL. So all three of these things are fresh to me. Let's do a D-scan. There's an IBIS on D-scan, not worried about that. Alright, let's try to get these 3 SIG scan down then. Oh my god, the mic I work with did a mic thing today. Tim, I am ready. Tell me a good story. It's actually been pretty cool so far, but then he proved he was a true mic. That's the trap, right, Tim? Like even a mic that you meet is eventually going to do something to prove that they're actually mic. It's just a matter of time. Jesus, 2 more people just logged in the local. Nerds, what are you guys doing? See mute. I'm looking for the re-release of Skyforge. That's an MMO that I remember. I'm maybe thinking of a different game, but I thought there was an MMO called Skyforge. And like, you'd cycle through your classes on one character or something? That's all I remember. Who's he, Skunk? You lost me. I am such a shitty Twitch viewer, by the way. Like, when I started watching Twitch, I was watching like Lethal Frag and Wes and Bob. Who else? When I was on a Hearthstone kick, I would watch Hafu, Amaz. And then I mean, it was no longer part of my habit because my time block was set for actually streaming myself eventually. Oh, Skyforge is card-based? Huh. Must be thinking of a different game. Hello, Relic Site. Alright, here's a temple. Now can I get onto it before anyone else does? Or with this girl named Taylor who doesn't really look feminine. I was gonna say, like, Taylor seems like a very basic white girl name. Am I making too many assumptions here?
Active.
Thinks we're all fucking with him. The guy's name is Tyler. Man. Gotcha, mute. Maybe I just didn't see enough of it to see the card side of it. Alright. Unoccupied, level 2 relic. Let's try to get good here. Hey, Psycho. It's right, HC. Second relic of the day. We found 2 relics in the last local, but the second one was occupied, and it was level 4. If I'd been greedy, I could have got the level 4 for myself, but bad and dumb, I took the level 3, and level 3 had nothing on it. That sucked. Oh my god, the traps, guys. Traps everywhere. We are so screwed. This is fine. This is fine. Still fine. It's a lot of 1s. Right to the core. Easy game. Easy life. Another empty ruin. This is like 10 ruins in a row with nothing in them. Maybe Psycho. That or I'm confusing with another game. It's definitely possible. Come back for that polymorphic later. There's the core. Easy game, easy life. Hey look, no plates. Let's go over this way. Azric, hope you're doing well. Naughty Von Dutch. When did Naughty sneak in? Okay, I see the cat emote now. Man, Naughty, you missed a good one this morning. We went live, and like within 2 minutes there was some shitbag in chat who was like freaking out, just like, go, go, move. And then downtime started and they're like, they just had an aneurysm. They started freaking the fuck out. And then they informed us that we were rude, and then they presumably went to Reddit. But what are you gonna do? Holy shit. Kinda have to expect this not to be the core, after all that. Hey look, another empty ruin. CCP, what have you done? Why is every ruin empty now? None, HC. No plates ever. So then I was telling chat, like, I don't know anything about Reddit, but I apparently need to get a title on Reddit for being the dick streamer. I don't know how this is gonna go though. That might draw attention we don't want. I could easily be taken out of context. The guy was great. Like, the last thing the guy said was like, wow, what a rude streamer. It's like, wait a minute, you're... Man, so good. I was telling chat, like, that's the power of a good narrative. Like, you can come into a channel, be a dick, and when you finally get the attention you seek, then it's like, wait, you guys are rude. I'm out of here. Man. I think I'm finally acclimated after a week. Takes a bit of getting used to. Just being home, or what did I miss? I may have missed a line of chat somewhere. 2-1. Being home. So when do you spend Torn Favor on bonuses? So if I'm remembering correctly, Azric, I believe you're referring to the Tomb of Annihilation currency, or the favor. And if so, I think there's a second blessing system coming out for that campaign separately. There hasn't been like a date or anything. So you'll spend it whenever they finish the blessing system and launch it and release it. I anticipate an event starting soon for Thanksgiving, but I think the turtle, the Torts, is going to be the next character release in that game. That's guesswork on my part. There'll be an official live stream of it tomorrow. Oh my god. This is terrible. There we go. I don't have the coherence for this though. Hey, I just said I don't have coherence. Now I have coherence. Easy game, easy life. This site's done. Alright. What else we got here? Couple combat sites. Put these into tripwire. The old SIGs. Hit the gates. Easy. I think we go K1 next. Where the hell am I?
Active.
Yeah, this is where we go K1 AY. We're gonna go 2-Tech. 2-Tech K1. 2-Tech K1. Okay. Jay. Tick sure we're taking to the next level. That's right, Skunk. The main blessing currency. Oh, well you can spend it wherever you want then, Azric. If you're looking for like a meta solution, then come up with like not a formula, but like a methodology for spending. You want to spend less after each run than you made on your last run. That makes sense. Otherwise, you're never going to accrue favor at any kind of faster pace. Like I'm up to 500 mil gold find on the base campaign, but I also have my T1, T2 blessings maxed, and I'm working on my T3 blessings now. The last global tier 3, I'll probably leave alone for a while, because it's like 75 bill, and it doesn't really do anything that amazing for the cost.
Warp drive active.
Let's see, Kofir? I'm destroying your name, but you said hello like 6 minutes ago. I missed it. Hello and welcome. If you or anyone have any questions at all, please ask. Despite our current conversation of being a dick, the whole reason I stream EVE Online is to answer questions, so if anyone needs any help with anything, just ask. We'll do our best to help. A couple of nerds in local. TA is a known SIG we can ignore. So let's focus on VOW. Scan this side. DB Freak, hello and welcome. Exploration gets me about 100 mil an hour. It's a lot of RNG though, so some hours you make more than that, some hours you make less than that. So if you have the personality type that can't deal well with RNG, I wouldn't recommend it, but I like the activity a lot. Should I wait till I have the gold generation to get the 125, the T125, get 2 125 before I spend? probably... So, the rub, though, Azric, is that those damage buffs are huge. Like, especially those early ones. So I'd fall back to what I said about, like... Think about how much favor you earned on your last run, and then spend less than that. You know, that way you know you can get back to that with one run. You're not overcommitting.
Warp drive active.
KVK is unknown. So we can go there. And there. So is being a dick anything like being a Mike? I don't think you get to choose to be a Mike. I think Mikes are just cursed. They didn't really have any say-so in it, but I think you actively have to choose to be a dick. Is that fair? Like I know I'm an asshole, but I made that choice at some point. Like, I'm gonna be an asshole. That's gonna be my life. And I've accepted it. Sometimes other people have less or more difficulty accepting it themselves, but I think being a dick is a choice where being a Mike is just, you drew the short straw. Or, like, maybe parents know it, and they're like, man, our kid's gonna suck. Let's name him Mike. Or worse, they try to cover it up with, like, we'll name him Michael, so if he works out, he can go by Michael. But if it turns out to be a dick, then we'll just call him Mike. Let's go X6. Let's go there. There we go.
Warp drive active.
Like, when I worked at the bank, I was probably still an asshole. But I had to rein it in, right? I had to exude? I had to expend a lot of energy to not being a dick. It was exhausting. That's probably why I mind in the evenings. I come home, I'm like, I'm so fucking tired from not being a dick all day. We play with some lasers and watch some TV and chill. Empty local with 1 billion sig, by the way. This is fantastic. TBS and CZ. Neither are here. So maybe we just found like 1 billion relic sites. We can hope. There's a difference between being a dick and having low tolerance for people and their bullshit. It's true. It's very true. I think a lot of people just assume it's the same thing though, right? They're like, you're a dick, and it's like, I just don't like you. It doesn't even mean that, like, you've done anything wrong. Or even, what's the word? Proportionate, you know, to the response. Like Naughty's saying, you just have a very low tolerance of it. Alright, level 1 relic's where we're gonna start.
Warp drive active.
Hope we get good. Leave the probes out, maybe I'll discourage other people from being here. What does mining crystal does? Widow. So, mining crystals allow your mining lasers to specialize in the harvesting of particular materials. I think, is it strip miners that use them? You plug a mining crystal into a strip miner, and then your strip miner will get a bonus for shooting that type of rock. That's my understanding, anyway. Captain data. What's the bonus? The bonus is having, like, a higher yield for that rock type. If you want the numerical bonus, I can't tell you. You'd have to click on the item in game and look at it yourself. And Diablo's saying it's only T2 strips that take the crystals. There's some conversation I always see, and I don't know the math on it myself, but I see people say that T2 crystals aren't worth it, so you put T1 crystals in the T2 strips, if I understand correctly. And I think what they're saying is that the cost of obtaining, whether you're manufacturing or just buying them off the market or whatever, the cost of T2 crystals falls behind the differential in yield. Oh my god, guys, a completely empty ruin. Who'd have guessed? Another empty ruin. Now I've got +1 in local. I have probes out, so those might be my probes. He's probably gonna find another site and get good and get all the ISK and win Eve and... It'll be terrible. Alright, let's go here. But instead of docking up and bitching about it, we're just going to run this side as fast as we can. Try to get good. Right, Aramar? I haven't seen a plate in a ruin this week. Don't get me wrong, I did a lot of bombing. That's not like I spent a lot of time doing exploring, but I don't usually have to go very far. Hey, the guy left local, guys. We're back in business. Easy game, easy life. Come back to that polymorphic, go through here, use the wrench, easy. Hey, get out of here. You're not the core either. Stop it. There's the core. Like, 8 mil can, not a single plate. Mark. And like, we've made 40 mil this morning. It's just... It's been very consistent sights and cans versus the spiky piles of plates. Well, it's a lot of ones and not a lot of results. There we go. Should be two more cans here. Fine, I'll pick up the carbon. Maybe picking up carbon will give some karma. I've had to type dick before autocorrect let it post. PC, please, are on my phone. Oh, man. We've talked about it a couple times, right, in the past, where... Think about the way people have conversations online, and then imagine if that person had those conversations in the same manner in person. Like, online, it's very common for people to post and bitch about things they don't like. But if they went around doing that in real life, people look at them like they're crazy. Like, if Tim and I are sitting here talking about, man, 90s X-Men was the shit. Like, the X-Men animated series, love it. Want to watch it again right now. And then some random nerd, whether it's their first time here or their 1,000,000th time here, just pipes in with like, I hate that cartoon. Why would we give a shit? Like, it's fine that you don't like it. That's entirely fine. But what's the value in telling us that? You know, imagine if you were talking about something you like and enjoyed, and someone just randomly chimed in with like, I hate that. Like, what? They would look at you like you're stupid. But you put it in an online format, and all of a sudden, socially awkward people think like, no, this is fine. This is okay. Let's go to 2AU. Scan this side. I don't know, maybe it becomes more severe because more and more people are growing up online versus having face-to-face interactions. And so it's just become the new norm. Which is going to make them even more awkward and ineffective in interpersonal interactions. That's it. Tim, did you ever watch Season 5 by chance? Season 5 really does fall off. Like, it's pretty noticeable. I never seen Season 5 until maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Thomas, hope you're doing well. Glad you could join us. What are you up to today? What are you working on? We just found another level 1 relic site. I'll probably just leave it identified. Oh my god. And then, if someone jumps in local, we'll warp straight to it, but otherwise we'll just identify the other 6 first in case one of them is of higher value. So I need to go... I know what I'm looking at. Get the old 8AU scan. Watched the whole thing Netflix a couple years ago. That was some rough stuff, yeah. I never saw Season 5. I think during Season 5 I was in the middle of moving from Indy to Georgia or something. I don't know. But I finally got to catch it. I'm like, wow, that was pretty brutal. And then the Twitter account, I guess there's a husband and wife team that worked on the show. And they were very active on Twitter. And I think they just put a book out this year. Which I keep meaning to go like research and look for. If I find like a good deal on it or a good supplier for it, I'll forward you a link to him. But the book is about the series in some capacity. If you're running most of the relic sites, why bother Zigma? I like having the option to run data sites, Mark. Like, this close to downtime, there's going to be more relic sites up than usual. And so I perceive value in making my way to the next system, as opposed to stopping and doing data sites. But throughout the middle of the day, if I find a data site, I'm like, you know what? We got a few minutes to kill. Let's go run this data site real quick and see if there's anything in it worth grabbing. Diablo's also correct. You do get to double dip from your bonuses for relic and data. Which is a reason to do it. Not necessarily the reason I do it for, but another valid reason. But I would rather have the choice than not have the choice. I'd hate to hit the local with like 3 level 4 relic site or data sites and then be like, oh, well, I don't have a choice. I can't run this even if I wanted to. We might have to settle for 2 level 1 relic sites here in this local. Or 3. I guess we can settle for 3 of them. Let's go and warp to the other one, though.
Warp drive active.
Pull the probes. So I'd like to see another 40 mil between these 2 sites combined. The RNG lately would not suggest that we're going to do so, but it only takes 1 can, guys. It only takes one hack to turn your RNG around. Yeah, definitely Diablo. Let's see. So I'm caught up on all the shows except for I have like half an episode of Star Trek Discovery to catch up on. Then other than that, I'll be back to current, which is good because Punisher's coming out this weekend, and I'm not watching a damn thing else but Punisher this coming weekend. I want to go see Justice League, but I know I won't go see that movie unless I've finished Punisher. And binging ain't easy. Hey guys, another empty ruin. Don't be alarmed. This is totally normal now. Ruins no longer have any loot on them. Also, Frank and I are doing the co-stream on CCP channel Saturday at... Don't ask me. I think like 1700. Ballpark. I'll post on Discord when I know exactly. Like the time is in stone, but I forget what time I signed us up for. I'm pretty sure we're after Jebby though. Which reminds me, I should probably ping Jebby and let him know that I used to be on before Jebby, now I'm going to be on after him. Between him and Mannix, so... Maybe let Jebby know he can go live early if he wants, or not. But it was more efficient for Frank and I to be on at the same time than each of us taking 2 different blocks, and it gives us an opportunity to stream together, which we haven't done in forever. Once upon a time, so about... over a year ago, Frank and I used to just chill on comms while streaming. It would just be us bantering back and forth and bullshitting. So I haven't played in like more than a year. Lots of stuff went out of my head during that time, and back in the day, the Zigma was near 50 mil, I think. They used to be more expensive, I thought, because they were less available, but now I think the prices have come down from availability, but also gone up for just because of inflation. I think they were higher at one point. Because supposedly these haven't even been in the game very long. Like, maybe around 2 years. I guess I can look at my fit and it'll give me an estimate. That's not what I wanted to get here. This thing. So the Zwigma is about 90 mil. So I want to get off this side as quick as possible and get to the other relic site before that dude has a chance to scan it down. If he's even here to scan. Might just leave local and move on. We'll see. Traps everywhere. Second nerd. Go this direction. A lot of 2s. There we go. 1 can to go. Oh look, another mediocre can. Who would have thought? We've pulled about 9 mil off this site so far. The T1's about 50 mil. Traps, please calm down. So the blue left. Because we should be able to warp straight to the site and be the first ones there.
Warp drive active.
Look on the sky, those D-scans, see if there's any probes out there. Nope, no probes. What about Nestero? What about them? The cost of them? Someone in chat will have to tell you. I want to say a fully fitted Nestero would be like around 150. I don't know how much the hull is though. And it's assuming fit for exploration. It's gonna be different if it's for PvP. Two, 1. Rule 6 means we found the core. There we go. 2.7 mil. Another empty ruin. I want to say fit it up about 150 mark. Let's do an Astero. And Pravi, which keep in mind is going to be inflated prices, it's around 60 mil for the hull, so I'm going to guess about 50 in high sec. Quick path to the core. Sounds about right, Diablo. Four plates, guys. That is the most number of plates I've seen this week off of one can. 4 plates. We more than doubled our number of plates on us. 22 mil hype can. Maybe this is the beginning of the end of the bad RNG. You can dream. One over there. From what I hear, Captain Data, they're not very profitable to make, so I don't know if you're building them to use for yourself or what, but... I used to be excited when I found the blueprint for them, and I found out that they don't really make for much. Let's go here. Zafri's mobile scum today. Forgot my headphones, so I have stream muted. Zafri. No problem, Zaf. Just means you can't hear us mock you. There we go. Skunk, 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Winter can go home now. I guess you're out in it, so I can't talk too much. I, for one, welcome our winter overlords. It is like 40-something degrees Fahrenheit here today. That's outside, I'm inside. I can feel the chill though in the house, like. I feel the chill around my feet. Alright, let's see if there's any number 6 here. Nope. Probes are in, we're gonna go into 8B maybe? Yes, let's go there. A couple of reds been reported nearby. Let's take a look.
Warp drive active.
It's John Stroman, you son of a bitch. Go home, John. You're drunk. We're not even started here yet, and we've had snow already. Is this because like it being the mountains, Naughty? Like, do you get unseasonal snow? Or out of season snow? Hey, Stroman. Alright, let's go here.
Warp drive active.
I have no information on either of these SIGs. So I don't think that's really a thing, though, Captain Data, because you would just sell the materials normally. So you are giving up the market value of the materials to make the module. It's kind of like the concept of like, well, I mined enough to build this ship, therefore made it cheaper, and the concept of opportunity cost kind of kills that. Right, Naughty. Which I presume means that this demand has never been high enough for them. Are the materials used in something else? Like, I presume so, but what else do the materials make? Otherwise, materials shouldn't be so expensive. Unless they're just super short in supply. What if Stroman is like scaring off all the blues off sites and like clearing a path for me? Man. Frank and I used to joke all the time about having the pet red. Character act like a snowplow probably for you. Like, hey, you want to have a riding system all to yourself? Have a red camp in your local. I opened up the curtains today so I could see the outside world. I kept the curtains drawn all day yesterday. For no particular reason, just forgot to open the curtains in the first place, but one of the reasons I changed the arrangement of this room so I could see out the window. It's not that great of a view on this side of the house, though. It just goes into the neighbor's... Like, this property's yard, but it's also the neighbor's work area. Let's go GB. This is where Stroman was last seen.
Warp drive active.
They're still there, we'll have to move on. So when you're in or out of season, Skunk, like, for weather, does your... I'm trying to think of the right term. Does the schedule change in, like, what is normally an 8-hour drive, does it suddenly become a 10-hour drive, or is it weather be damned, the same route is expected to be ran in the same amount of time? No one's out there all docked up. I see warp bubbles. That's what the warp bubbles.
Warp drive active.
Guess we can at least see if there's any SIGs that are desirable. Position on this one. John's poking it out of the system now. Do you, Charlie? He's been to Staten before as well. I've seen him in the areas I scan over there as well. There's a relic. We'll identify all the SIGs first, though, and then we can't run them with John and local. Let's go here. I want to say this SIG is going to gravitate towards the middle of the system, but let's find out. Have you guys seen Twitch achievements? I saw them last night being tweeted about and poked around the dashboard and found the trackers. I also saw tweets where like people were like, "Oh, look, I'm close to partnership," and da-da-da. Like, I don't know if Twitch is changing their partnership requirements. Because without an announcement, I can't imagine those trackers being accurate. Like, the achievement trackers don't match up the current stated Twitch parameters for partnership. Don't get me wrong, I'd like to see it open up. I would like to see partnership become easier. Rush, let me try to catch you. I promise not to gank. I don't understand. Rush, you fly the areas for the PvP, so many explorers know you are exploring areas and might not pay attention as much. What are we talking about, Diablo? When I'm in hostile space, I presume since I'm in an interceptor, they just assume I'm there to gank them. Because, like, Stain is the one I travel through the most. There's no one riding in Stain, because... Well, I shouldn't say no one, but there's no consistent riding in Stain. Hey, Rado! Alright, combat, wormhole. Put those over there. Oh, there was a third wormhole before. I'm very confused. Very confused. I can't copy and paste my sites. What the hell? Tripwire, what the f... I cannot copy and paste into Tripwire right now. What the fuck is going on? Oh, VJM is already known, so I don't worry about that one. I just put this one site in? No? Have you guys ever had a situation where you can't paste into Tripwire? And if so, what do? Close the probe scanner. Alright, we're gonna go X-Tech R. Yes.
Warp drive active.
Hey, Corvinax. Good morning.
Warp drive active.
SJJ looks familiar for some reason, but wasn't saved in Tripwire, so we'll scan it down. I tried that too, Yurkun. I closed it and reopened it and still had the same issue. Actually, that's not true. I'm sorry, Yurkun. The hell did I do? I just refreshed it instead. So I'm gonna go Tripwire. Close it, reopen it, sign back in. Alright. So we're gonna check these two sites, but I expect them to be occupied. Just I'm seeing some names in local I saw earlier today. The Lee and the Cell have been traveling together. I don't know what they're up to. Because Rush didn't want to try the relic. I said I was going to run it with you in local, Stroman. I don't know why you're confused.
Warp drive active.
And if you hit this local, I have to warp off because I have to assume you have it pre-scanned. I didn't understand what you meant earlier where you were like, let me gank you. I don't understand what you would have to try. Alright, unoccupied local. Hazelton's really good at it, Psycho. At least by comparison from what I've seen. Right, no plates here either, so if we get chased off, we get chased off. There's Stroman. There's the core. What's the outbound here? R3?
Warp drive active.
Naughty, I did the same thing when that patch went hell. I think like the week after or something, I spent a little bit of time on it. There's somebody in pod. SIGs. Alright, let's go N8.
Warp drive.
You don't trust me. It's not you specifically, Strom. I don't trust anyone in chat. Why would I trust any of you? Do I trust a person who follows me around system to system? No. Not at all. Was he a skunk? I presume he was. I remember him talking about. That's what he does when Reds come through.
Warp drive.
But somebody may have asked a question about it too, and he could have just easily shown it to him. But he is much better than I am. I don't think you can ever flunk out of it that I'm aware of, Psycho. I think your rating can just drop. Your accuracy rating. And obviously, the more you tank it, the more effort it's going to take to bring it back up. Full probes, we're going to go 1-1.
Warp drive active.
So what's the ISK potential for an alpha, like making a new account just to do PD, to get up to the skins? Or the, I'm sorry, skins, the BPCs. And then selling them. What's the time investment to reward ratio? For anyone who's done the math. Let's go 18 tech. This is where Frank had 2 6s yesterday.
Warp drive active.
There's only one still in my journal. I don't know if that means he got to run it or not. It's in the pocket, so like it should be a desirable one, but maybe he didn't want to get that far off the main road. You came to where I was, I didn't follow you. You were only in 2 systems. Hey Hazel, good morning. Those 2 systems, Strom, and I have to assume you have all those SIGs pre-scanned. Still have no idea when Hazel sleeps. Hazel was streaming like 7 hours ago. I DM'd him like 3 hours ago, and he responded. So there's an Astero on grid. No probes, though. XBI we can ignore. RCF is a chance. Let's see what we can find. Maybe we'll get distracted with a bad SIG, and we can get the good SIG. Or potentially good SIG. We're talking about Planet Discovery, Hazel. Oh yeah, but Hazel was weird. So I tried to farm bits in Dejan chat this morning, and when I hit the get bits button, it took me straight to the buying bits part. There was no option to even... It wasn't like normal where there's a grayed out button for watching an ad. It went straight to the... Or only showed the buying option. But there's also Twitch is rolling out the new website, so it could just be a byproduct of that. I don't have enough data points for any conclusions yet. If you know what you're doing in PD, you can do like 2 every minute, and if you have 90% accuracy each pass... So let's say 100,000 ISK per minute, just in the ISK payouts, not including the eventual ISK. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I want to know the values of the skins and the BPCs, and how long it takes to get to them. To know if it's worth like someone who's skilled at PD just to keep making new accounts. Hazel, let me steal the stream boss real quick. Mining, Hazel. Bitten and Blebin, thank you very much. Mining op is almost up to 7 hours time banked. Let's put these combat probes over there. Combat sites rather, not probes. Pull these in. We're gonna go to 1-1. Then we'll go ZTAY.
Drive active.
So multiply that by 4, Psycho. Let's say 300 mil for easy math. Or 300,000. That'd be 1.2 mil ticks. But yeah, I'm not worried about the ISK. Oh, I shouldn't say not worried. For the sake of relevant math, I was more interested in the skins and the BPCs and how long it takes to get them on a fresh account. I won't sleep. I got shit to do. Sleep is a waste of time. Hazel. Hey, Slippers. Hope you're doing well. Good afternoon. I think it's afternoon your time now. I think when I was going ham, I was getting the 1-to-1 0.3 mil SIGs. Sounds right. Alright, these SIGs are both unknown to me. We have one nerd in local.
Warp drive active.
Let's go focus on this one since I know the one that was in D-scan range is unoccupied. Scan this side real quick. Let's go 2AU. Red ring result, just go to the opposite side of the circle from where your probes ended up. Scan again. Whatever this thing is, it's a decent leveled site. It's getting down pretty slow. Local emptied out. It's a good sign. I shouldn't say a good sign, but it's good for us if there's any desirable SIGs here. So I probably should have moved these probes in a little bit further towards the center of the system, because there's more celestials over there that this could be bouncing off of. But I only focus on the one below it, which is probably a bad idea. Hey, relic site. T2 is wondering why I wasn't bit sharing myself last night, because I can't extend the mining off. I like it. Let's go warp over this way.
Warp drive active.
Hazel will start streaming elite bit mining on Twitch. Show you guys how to get good. Probably you have to move though. I always forget what state Hazel's in, but we need a bit farming community in that state. I know he's in the Midwest, but I always forget what state. I want to say this is like our 3rd or 4th level 1 relic site today. Iowa, there we go. Are you guys ready for another empty ruin? I know I am. We had a remain give us 4 plates this morning. That's the most plates I've seen in one can this week. But it goes to reinforce the whole idea of like this is all RNG based, so. Hey, 6 plates. I'll take it. 30 mil. Easy. We've cracked 200 mil in our cargo hold. 6 is the new record. Roll 6 our way across the board here. Right to the core. Easy. It's a weird place for the core to be on the interior like that. 6.7 mil in that can. That's right, Freak. Over-farming. It's exactly what causes it. RNG is a myth. It's merely elite CCP tech. Nerf and buff your RNG based on your frequency of activity. 2-1. Use the wrench. Another wrench. Nothing over here. Clear out the core. The hell's the core at? 2. There we go. Oh, I missed that before. Holy crap, Magni posted a bunch of information, but I can't parse out, like, time and ISK value. Alright, so the first one is 50 mil. How much time does it take to get there, though? 3 to 50, so 340 minutes? Gotcha. Yeah, it'd be kind of a steep time investment for a new bro. Which is good. Like, it shouldn't be a profitable activity, in my opinion. I was just curious where the math worked out. Let's see what Corvinax is trying to share. Corvinax, if you want to repost, you can. We got a 60 ton on stream last night. Hopped in the healer, ran it, got 400 mil. Easy, Hazel. So good. How far did it spawn away? So much Rule of 6 information on this one. There we go. You got popped by CV yesterday? Let's take a look. And your Helios? What? What did you do? Man, he had loot on you too? Oh boy. Wait, you were a newt on my overview. I wonder why you got popped. I remember them talking about you in CXJ. They were like, "Hey, who's this guy?" Did you die on a gate or did you die on a site or what? Maybe we were read by last or something. Let's go. Corv. Max. Yeah, you're not Koss. You are. If your character name is the same as your Twitch name, you are not Koss. I have no idea why they would have popped you. Alright, we're gonna go. AY. But they got scared of my not Koss. Right? What the hell? Nothing, I got ISK back. They said sorry. Really? It's already cleared by the Diplos? Let's check that link out again. Let's see who the baddies in Provi are. Someone named Monte and Mythos. Legion of Spoon and PLC. Oh, they're both CVA pilots. I mean, we know before, Magnus Forrester is in CVA. CVA has no standards. They'll let anybody in. No matter how bad you are. Magnus Forrester used to go around Provi popping blues MTUs. Saying that he was enforcing the rules of Provi in CVA. I'm like, no you're not, you dumbass. He would hear none of it. He did not want to be contradicted, so... Eventually Diplo's got him sorted out and... corrected. It's probably the best way for a super noob bro to make money, to start things, but I'm pretty sure just like Exploration and Imicus will make way... Yeah, exactly. I mean, salvaging would also make more, but... It's hard to recommend activities that require multiple pilots. Yuck, this SIG is not cooperative at all. There we go. At least they liquidated your loot for you, that's right. Save me a trip to high sec. Oh man. Let's go 2. It's a Frank Holt. Half of Provi is Frank that's right. King of P-Trade. Only a third? He has kind of slacked off lately. So many data sites. I'm gonna go 2V.
Warp drive active.
Oh, did you, Hazel? I did mine yesterday afternoon. I logged in again this morning. I had to reapply my Stark stash. Get my gems flowing again.
Warp drive active.
I logged in the Marvel Heroes, get my login reward there. They still haven't tweeted anything out or forum posted in almost a month. It's crazy. And there's like the theory that they're just gonna stay silent until the Omega patch is ready to go. We're also coming up on the holiday season, so like, you know they're not gonna be doing anything during the holidays. But the positive spin is like, it's just silence until the Omega patch drops, and then they hope that the newness of that and the excitement and hype of that will drown out all of the negativity. Or at least distract from it. Or, the negative spin is that Marvel got involved after all the drama with the CEO and maybe things are unknown. Because the thing that's really weird is they passed up any interaction with the Thor movie. I shouldn't say they passed up, they missed out. Definitely missed out. I can't imagine that being an internal decision, so that makes me think Marvel. Could be as simple as the assets weren't approved by Marvel. For unrelated issues or unrelated reasons. Let's go C1 HP.
Warp drive active.
Oh, you wouldn't be the only one, Hazel. I mean, they have hands down not delivered on PC for almost the last 2 years. Let's go here. And I get the first year, because, you know, console was the big hype and was going to be the moneymaker, so I can't fault them in the slightest for shifting focus onto that. Then the first half of this year was also getting into the market. But the last, like, 4 or 5 months, just nothing for PC at all. There's lots to do in the game as it is, for newer players, or even not the ridiculously narrow number of people who've put as much time in the game as we have, or as I have, and Frank and others. But let's go here. It is rough when there's like nothing for me to put my G's into. Oh, I put League on my hard drive. I moved from my SSD to hard drive, I think. Unless I'm playing something daily, there's no reason for me to have it on the SSD. I want to make sure all my Blizzard stuff's on the hard drive and not the SSD. I want to keep the SSD as clean as possible. I keep, like, OBS and Eve and those things I use every single day. Where am I going? HP? There we go.
Warp drive active.
I guess in Marvel Heroes I could go the fortune card route and chase the costumes I'm still missing. But I think I'm only missing the Mark 1 fortune card costume for X-Men, Wolverine, and Deadpool. And I get those for cube shards if I ever finish my prestiges, but I haven't done prestige in a minute. I'm still on Moon Knight.
Warp drive active.
Maybe it'll be like a big holiday event, Big 10 type thing I can knock a feud out on. I haven't enjoyed playing Moon Knight at all. Mr. Fantastic was fine to level, but Moon Knight not so much. Right. RBC. Oh, this is a known combat site, so we can go GA.
Warp drive active.
Why are there probes out? Guess somebody doesn't know the combat site. I still have a few codes left for Marvel Heroes, and I want to give away, but they'll probably be on Twitter or something. I would just hate for them to get any use at all. VJY. I want to say I've seen this sig before. Guess not.
Warp drive active.
Not just Gazillion and Marvel Heroes, but like studios and games in general. There's just like hard spot to be in for I understand I'm in the minority on this, but I would much rather a studio be like, hey, here's what's up. We're doing this instead of that because of it's better business choices.
Active.
I can be like, all right, cool, that makes sense. I understand it. I don't have to like it, but I can understand it, and appreciate, like, and respect the decision. But companies can't be that transparent. You know, companies can't say we're doing A instead of B because it makes more sense as a business decision. Because then all nerds here is, you know, they're greedy or they're money grubby and blah 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 blah. It's like, no, they're a business. The business is to make money long term. But nerds often don't want to hear that, so. Hey, there's SIGs here.
Warp drive active.
Because then we will want what we don't have. Yeah, exactly. Because then they'll resent what they do get. Like, something else will come out and be like, well, now I hate this because it's the reason I didn't get the other thing that I wanted. And it's like, damn, nerds are hard. The business isn't making money, they are not a business, they turn into a charity, right? That was a big issue that Marvel Heroes had on PC. They were rushed to market by investors before the game was ready, and then they spent the first, like, 3 to 6 months fixing things that you know, catching up to an actual release quality state, and then they got stuck in this apology game. Like, hey guys, here's some free stuff, thank you for sticking with us. Here's some free stuff, thank you for sticking with us. They started doing server-side buffs that were, like, always on, and so people would not log in if the server buff wasn't at a certain level. They'd throw around lines like, it's not worth my time to log in, stuff like that, and start getting entitled to it. And this became a spiral of apology. Let's go there. Let's hit this station over this side. Easy. And both combat sites. Adel, Ironmark. Good morning. Hope you're both doing well. What are you up to today? What are you working on, Adel and Ironmark? We're gonna put this over there.
Docking permission requested.
Go there.
Docking request accepted.
Go here. Grab the ship and we'll sort out the anomalies. We went from 80 mil to 218 mil, so the exploration today wasn't terrible by any means. Let's grab our bomber. Get back out there. Entitlement. So good. Nothing. Day off and no Eve to play. Man. What do you do for the fix then, Mark? Like, a day off and all that spare time.
Warp drive active.
What will get your attention? Let's turn our tank on. Start blowing stuff up. So we're starting today at 2424. Hopefully that's an easy number for me to remember. So if you want to guess in chat, how many sites will we have to run to find our first escalation? Get your guesses in. We'll see who comes close to being right. If the other nerds play games with us, I'll be alright. There you go, Mark. What games are you going to be focused on? I think you play Fortnite? I think. Dang, I shouldn't have turned the prop mode off. Oh yeah, Dota and Battlegrounds. Alright, prop mod back on. Got the engines, get the bombs up. This might be a little dicey. We'll see what happens. Maybe find the cruiser furthest away and try to keep range on it. I think we're gonna be fine. There we go. Easy. Calculated. All working as intended. Hey, Pork Chop. Sent you a message directly on Discord, but guess you just get spammed, so I tagged you in Eve Chat. Yeah, tagging me in Eve Chat is the better way to go about it. I don't see your tag in Eve Chat, though. What's your name on Discord, Pork Chop? Because I had a DM yesterday that I responded to. Oh, you tagged me in general chat. And I posted for you in Discord chat, on Eve chat, Aaron. Or, Pork Chop. Let's see if I can go find what I posted last time, and I'll see if I can post it again. I don't know how far back I have to go. Let's see. Yesterday, blah blah. The mining op. That's from Monday. Yesterday. Oh shit. This is fine. Do we have a faction spawn here? Yes, no, maybe? No? Okay. Web and grapple it. Or count the site. Get back on Discord and see if I can find this message for Pork Chop. So I tagged Frank, I just don't think he responded. I'll just type a new one then. At Frank. Aaron is looking for rattle fits for running havens. There we go. Now he's asleep right now, or should be asleep, so we might see until he wakes up. I definitely tagged him yesterday for the same question. This doesn't mean he knew anything about it, because he was streaming at the time too. I think the issue is you're not able to be on when he's live either. You just exposed me. You put your name on there, not me. Ironhide, thank you for the retweet. I appreciate that. For those of you who want the bot to catch your tweets, do add tweets ID. Replace the question mark with your Twitter handle. You'll be good to go. Playing some ESO. Nice if you're enjoying Idle. Corvinax with 9, Wim with 7, J-Force 3, Jawait 4, Pi 1, Diablo 11, .dk 5, Hazel 6, Widowmaker also 6. Let's find this tower. Protmon is on. Get 2 cycles out of it. Last night I did a couple ARAMs with Eric and Lunchbox. Ace played the second one with us as well. That was all my gaming last night. The feed button, the speaker button on your bottom right, turned mine off. Is there any way to get it back again? The feed button. The speaker button down here. What do you mean you turned it off, Dark Knight? Because the settings are over here. But if you're saying this button disappeared entirely, then I have no idea how to get that back. But I'm not even sure that's what you're talking about. Hey, Sapling! I tried picking Sapling for the game last night as well. What are you up to, Sapling? What are you working on today? Battleships. This is site number 2. So we scanned for about an hour and a half today. Just under. So I want to see 4 escalations today. Assuming if we bomb the rest of the day. You know, red traffic may steer us off or whatever, but... Traffic holding will hopefully see 4 escalations, and then we'll have time to bookmark them all and all that good stuff. Gumby, hope you're doing well. Alright, Ari says Dark Knight that they're under your general settings menu. So if you go escape and display and graphics, no. Where's your general? Oh, general settings is the 4th tab. There you go. Thank you, Ari. Oh, no worries, Sapling. I'm always worried I'm going to forget somebody. I'm like, who else do we play League with a lot?
Warp drive active.
But Gummy, good morning. What are you up to today? What are you working on? We found about 120 million in Explo loot this morning. Now we're breaking out the bomber and trying to Michael Bay our way to ISK. If I find a little bit more exploration loot on the way north again today, I might get over 200 mil, and then I can make a contract. Enjoying some coffee, sapling? Waking up. X up in chat if you need coffee to function in the mornings, folks. There's no wrong answer. No judgment. I'm just curious what ratio of folks need to. Guys, where the hell is the beacon? Where the hell is the beacon? Should be a green little beacon I click nearby. Oh, well. We'll survive. The space up north, only on Vintel. Only on maps. It flattens everything out and puts space into a two-dimensional representation, so we know where we're going. Adel needs it. Who else needs coffee or caffeine in the morning to function? I guess it doesn't have to be coffee. Skunk with all the X's and Gumby. Not just one X. All of the X's. About how much does it take to get you moving? Like, some people need that first cup and it's that jolt and they're good to go. Some people need, like, you know, we're not talking about cups, we're talking about pots at that point. 11 p.m. here and still drinking coffee. We'll need more than 7 hours. I like it. I've always been the type to drink coffee more in the evening than in the mornings, though. And I usually stay awake. Like, coffee for me was always like a... not a dessert, but like... I don't know. Probably did enough crap to my coffee to make it sweet by the time I was done with it. X, Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends. Oddfellow likes it, but they don't have to have it. I haven't had coffee in years, only just started drinking it again yesterday. Oh, really, Sapling? What other battleships are good ratting? So for the exact type that I'm doing, none. The Navy Apocalypse, I guess you could make work. But for this exact activity, it's the Mac or bust. Rattlesnakes, if you want to manually run Rock Havens in fast speed. What else, guys? Nightmares for sniping. I don't think you sew with the Nightmare, though. I just know the Nightmare is good for if you're taking bombers out and doing higher level sites. But ships are just tools. Like, you want to focus less on being in a battleship and more on what piece of content do you want to do, and then using the right tool for the job. Hired Mark. Coffee and a smoke for every morning. I know it's bad. I like when Jubby lights up on stream and he's like, alright guys, I need to smoke this cigarette. Let me remind you, smoking is bad. Bad for your health. Do not do it. And then away he goes. We were talking about smoking earlier today because Skunk Company is trying to get them to not smoke in their trucks now. I don't know, so how often do you normally smoke in the truck, Skunk? Like, is it chain smoking all day, every day while you're driving, or is it one per time unit, or... I just imagine if it's habitual and then, like, going from that to full stop, it's like, you guys have lost your minds. The company, I mean. Thinking you're just gonna stop overnight. You count this site. This is the end of number 3, by the way. Walk over this way.
Warp drive active.
2 to 4 pots a day, Diablo. Holy crap. So are both of those webs, is one a grappler? Yes, one is a grappler. Grapplers, you can have one fitted to a battleship. And the difference is that it's a web that has a stronger effect the closer the target is. So it's more effective than a web as long as the target is less than 9 kilometers away. After 9 kilometers, there's fall off, and it starts becoming weaker than a web. Gumby. Find the correct tower. Burn toward it. There we go. And it's Angel Hex skin. Legit. Kill the prop mod. This skin came from Mauritania in chat. They blinged this out. Let's kill the engines. Get the bombs up. Hope the tower pops. Yes. No. Bomb cycle, please save us. We're fine? We're fine. Everything is fine. All the explosions. We are blinded. Let's find some miss. This is the beginning of site number 4, I believe. So these basic rally points we clear every 3 or 4 minutes. We get to see about 15 of them per hour. And that's 15 chances an hour at an escalation. And then the escalations are the main reason we do the content. The ticks or the ISK from the rats is fine. It's padding. It's like 16 to 18 mil ticks, so about 50 mil an hour. But the bigger portion of the earnings is from the escalations. We get 90 mil per bookmark. We average 1 bookmark per hour. That part does have RNG into it, so sometimes, some hours you'll have 3 bookmarks, some hours you'll have none, but it'll average out to about 1 per hour. This is the final wave. Let's grab the battleships. Site number 4 completed. Let's get a web onto this one. There we go. This is a form of active writing, so also you could run a rattlesnake on havens and farm 10-10s. This is more micromanagey, where on the smart bombing, I find it, you put all the effort in the beginning of the site or at the end of the site. It doesn't make one activity better or worse than the other. It just comes down to what you, the user, prefer doing. I'm in the process of mass making capital parts. I'm torn. Do I make a Hell or a Nix for no specific use but for more fun? What are you more likely to undock with? Like you said, it's kind of a personal choice there. What are your perceived pros and cons? Let's get ready to warp. Take one more bomb cycle.
Warp drive active.
Number 4, easy game, easy life. We did not have to wait long today for our first escalation. Who had number 4 earlier? Let's take a look. Jawaits had it correct. Site number 4 got there. Let's see where it spawned. 2V Tech inside the pocket. So easy, guys. Only the finest escalations. So that's 90 mil. Easy. Let's find the correct tower. Approach it. Wait. Got it correct. That is definitely a nice start. Tower's already down. Should coast into position for the rest of the site. And there we go. So for anyone new to the channel, feel free to the follow button in the upper right hand corner. I'm live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. game time, UTC, until 1700. The main focus is just answering questions. So if you're new to the game, or if you've been away for a while and just getting back into it, or if you've been doing one activity for a long time and you're looking to get into another activity, do not hesitate to ask questions. The more questions you guys ask, the more we have to talk about. The rest of the time, we're just kind of BSing about random topics until someone speaks up and is like, hey, need some help. Where do I sell the escalations? I'm in Fountain. So, Wim, most regions, I can't speak for other regions, but to my knowledge, most regions have like a centralized market hub. Not just like a location, but like a mailing list or a chat channel. So ask your Corp Alliance where to post those contracts and bookmarks. Oh, okay, gotcha, Gumby. Then this comes down to whichever model you aesthetically prefer. That might be a hard choice for you if you like both of them, but... This is site number 5 being recorded. See, Mark, main focus is making ISK, don't lie, Rush. Actually, bombing I couldn't do without streaming. Not for long, anyway. I would get very bored, burned out on bombing very quickly. If I set the site up, and now it's just auto-run, like I don't do anything else now for the rest of the site. And that's what allows me to catch up on chat. So, if I were not streaming the smart bombing, I don't think I can do very much of it. Scanning hacking, super addictive. I can do that for hours and hours, on stream, off stream. There's just something about making that next jump and finding that next site that I find super addictive. And it doesn't make it a better or worse activity than bombing. It just always comes down to the user experience and the personal preferences. Site number 5 complete. First escalation already out of the way. Livy was in chat the other day, and Livy's the one I ran my first incursion with. It's weird, I'm not seeing beacons today. Who's this nerd in local? I don't trust it. Let's go to our safe.
Warp drive active.
Find out more about them. The cost checker. Came back as not costs. Doesn't mean a whole lot though. Oh. Alright, it's less concerning. They lost a Macarial. What? They lost a Mac earlier this year in Provi. Alright, let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go here. Alright, we're back to the site.
Warp drive active.
J-Force, I think we've completed number 5. Yes. We're warping to number 6 right now. Number 4 gave us the escalation though, so Jawait was correct. Hey paramedics, Red Scum. Hope you're doing well. We're gonna get about, I don't know, 4 or 5 sites in. Then we'll take a brief 3-minute break. I've been bouncing between taking a short break every 90 minutes or every 2 hours, and in reality, I should have taken a short break about 20 minutes or 15 minutes ago, but they'll be fine. We'll take one at the 2-hour mark. Knock a few more sites out while the RNG is potentially hot. So keep in mind, tomorrow is the mining op. We'll be running from 1100 to 1700 UTC. It is a public one, anyone's welcome to join. It will be in Providence, so if you're ready to Provi, just bring an alt. If you're already in Provi, you can send me a DM on Discord and I'll give you the location and all the good stuff. Yep, exactly, paramedics. And it's so weird because I've always, in the past, been super hesitant to do breaks and been like, oh, but if I go AFK for 3 minutes, like, you know, a certain percentage of people will just leave, but it's okay. Lurkers will be there. Lurkers OP. Hey, later sapling. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hope you have a great day. But the value of taking the short break, paramedics, is just so much higher than stressing yourself out over 5 to 10% of a number. And if a 3-minute break is enough to push someone off your channel, it's very likely they weren't going to be sticking around anyway. Alright, this is site number 6, about to be completed. I usually go make some tea. I have a computer set up in the other room. All my social media is on. I'll check by that real quick, see if there's any emails that are important or tweets or whatnot to respond to, and this keeps me walking around the house between there and the kitchen. When the weather's nice, I'll go outside for a few minutes, get some air. Lurkers unite, that's right. Lurkers OP. The craziest thing is when lurkers subscribe, because like, look at Voltige. Voltige probably averages like 10 lines of chat maybe every 3 months. But Voltige has been subscribed for like 45 months. It's insane. This was before Twitch had the notifications for, you know, resub buttons. The first time Voltige hit his button, he was like in the 30s. I was like, hi, you, who the hell are you, and thank you for the support. Like, I had no idea. They ninja subscribed. They subscribed at some point when I wasn't around or wasn't online or something. And then just stealth lurked for years. Man. In fact, the graphics card is in the computer right now, the new rig. Came from Voltige. Paramedics. Hey, media. And it's like everyone contributes, like lurkers give you that foundation to build up upon. And then active chatters, like, I cannot express to you guys enough how much faster a day flies by when chat is super active. Also, by the way, we dropped a bajillion frames at some point. So if you've been here for more than like 15 minutes, I would highly recommend you refreshing. We dropped like 4,500 frames over here. I don't know when. I just now noticed it, so. If we end up doing any giveaways today, any potential winner is likely to be super buffered. Hey, man of the past. Absolutely, Ari. How long has he been playing with you in Apollo? Like, I get the impression you guys talk to him way more than I do. Let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Frames dropped at some point. I suggest everyone refresh stream. You are likely buffered. There we go. Oh god, who's this nerd? It's usually the last thing you say before you die. Those are fine. Use Z kill. Never kill him for. And I'm probably alive. Okay then. The hell are all these new nerds I never see? Are these battleships? No faction spawn. So no Ari and Apollo met at the stream. I don't know how long after that Voltige linked up with you guys. That buffering could also be why chat's a little quieter. I just happened to notice the percentage was like at 1%. I'm like, wait a minute. It's way too high. Almost 2 years? Huh. So he was lurking for over a year before he interacted with you guys. Did I count the site? Yes. Gotcha.
Warp drive active.
Apollo was running wild after you went to bed last night. He was out of control. You'll probably get two or three more sites in before the top of the hour. Yeah, the beacons are off my screen. There should be a beacon somewhere, but I don't see it today. I had this issue a couple days ago as well, and just fixed itself on relog. The next time that I did log in. I don't know if I hotkeyed something to make it go away, or it's just a bug. We do so much already. I've been keeping pretty good pace with the giveaways so far. I think everyone's paid up to current except for yesterday. I think there's ISK in the the ship bank. I can't remember. Look at the spreadsheet. Oh, I added 2 more winners to the spreadsheet. That'll actually wipe it out, so I need to give you more hits. Alright, the loyal cruisers spawned within 2,000 meters, so they should not be able to burn away fast enough to matter. Let's see, death. This is great for me to paint miniatures to. I play Eve off and on, so I can follow without having to look up. Oh, awesome, death. What miniatures are you doing? 40k or something else? No wrong answer. The 40k is the ones I'm most familiar with. I used to sell War Machine and Hordes as well from... Oh god. Who makes War Machine and Hordes, guys? I want to say the company starts with a P, but I can't remember. Privateer Press, I think? Pulling out the old knowledge. There was a War Machine video game coming out at one point. I don't know if it got scrapped or delayed or gutted or what, but it looked really promising. 28mm Napoleonic front. Oh, wow! So do you like the, there's probably a proper word for this, I don't know it, but, I was gonna say diorama, but that's not correct, but like, there'll be these big boards, right? With terrain, and sometimes people will represent historical battles. In terms of related games, the closest one I've seen for that is a game called Flames of War, which is a, I want to say World War I or II era tabletop game.
Warp drive active.
We did record the site. That was site number 8? Yeah. We'll get one more side in, then we'll tether up for a short break. See, it needs a lot of space and a lot of figures. Flames of War is 15mm, World War II. So glad you knew what Flames of War was, though. That's awesome. I haven't talked about to anybody that kind of stuff in a long time. Like, I was never super familiar with it. It was one of the product lines I carried, so. I've only talked about it in terms of what customers have come in and discussed. The engines. There we go. Tower should go down before we get to it. Everything's in really great range. Alright, perfect. Now, every time I think of miniatures, I think of the Patriots, and I'm melting them down to shoot. Yeah. I remember seeing that movie in theaters. I was gonna say, so at the time that movie came out, I was working in a movie theater, but our town had 2 movie theaters from the same company, and they would put certain movies in one theater and certain movies in the other theater. Pedro was one that the other theater got, so I had to go across town to see that one. Right, final wave, let's grab the battleships. Now, both of those theaters are closed, and a new stadium one opened up. I say new, but it was probably like 10 years ago when that one opened up. But both of the old theaters were pretty dated. So I've been miniature and computer gaming for over 30 years. Started with the ZX Spectrum. I don't think I've seen that one. What was the theme of that one? For personal gameplay, I think probably HeroClix is the one I played the most. And I really enjoyed the game a lot. I wish there would have been an option to buy the figures unpainted, because the HeroClix figures are usually really, you know, mass produced and just less than good on the paint jobs, at least on the faces. They get the color concept down for the character overall, but costumes look great. And then you get the face, it looks like an elementary school project. That's him! Move! Go, go! Oh, man. Guys, another escalation. Game is easy. I didn't count the site yet, but in 9 sites, we have 2 escalations. In 9 sites. Let's get that journal up. 2V and AY, because we make only the finest escalations, guys. I'm gonna warp over here real quick. Easy! That's right, paramedics. Hey, Moopits. There's no get good command to check your balance. If you put your mouse cursor on the stream in the bottom right-hand corner, make sure you authorize the extensions. You can check it goes through there now. Skunk, I was just gonna do that. Rude. Oh, man. See, Death, I can't play the X-Wing game as the miniatures are already painted. Feels like cheating. Yeah, so like Warhammer players, they'll go to events sometimes and tell me about it where, different places have different rules and structures for the tournaments and the events. Like WYSIWYG, probably destroying that acronym, but like what you see is what you get kind of thing. Like how they're painted can actually denote their abilities. So, but I always enjoyed HeroClix. It was just the time investment. Setting up a game, playing a whole game, and then breaking down a game, you were probably looking at an hour and some change. Which isn't a negative thing, it's just I didn't have the time when I was really interested in it. But I got to play in a few tournaments. I won a Galactus one time. They had a big promotional event for that. Then they had Sentinels that were purchasable, and I bought one of those. This is all 15 plus years ago. But alright guys, it has been 2 hours. Give me like 3 minutes, I'm going to grab some water, stretch, move around for a minute. In the meantime, if you're able to, if you're in the US, you can check out the Bits program on Twitch. Basically, you get to watch ads and then get free bits from Twitch in exchange, and then you can spend those bits anywhere on Twitch that you want. You can farm them in one location, spend them in another, or you can spend them where you farm them. Entirely up to you. It's a free way to support channels. More free ways to help. Link is in chat for all the free ways. Twitch Prime, if you're an Amazon Prime user, you have Twitch Prime for free. If you're a mobile user, if you play mobile games very often, the GOT command in chat will show you ways to also help. And then lastly, Amazon. If any of you shop on Amazon, please consider bookmarking the link that is relevant to your region. It won't change your pricing at all. You don't spend any more or any less. It's just a referral link. It makes a percentage of the sales come back to the stream. Helps us keep us on full time. But all free ways to help. But thank you guys for being here. We still have 4 hours to go before a potential Frank the Bank takeover. I'm going to grab some water real quick. Give me like 3 minutes, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's go back to it. Let's go off the journal. Warp there.
Warp drive
Hey, citizen.
active.
1 hour for a game is long. Where do you rush or something? 1 hour for a game. Oh, for the miniatures. It was mostly like carving the time out. I was working full time and going to school. Did someone guess the correct escalation? They did, Corvinox. It was 4. 4 for our first one. And this is our second one now, on our 9th site. Jawait guessed the number 4 one. But 4 was the first one, and 9 has been the second one. So 2 escalations in like 30 minutes of bombing. Pretty legit. Pretty good day so far. We'll see if we can find more. I want to find 2 more before the end of the session. That would be ideal. Scanning and hacking today was very much like close to average. And so far bombing has been above average. 2 escalations and 9 sites. Cannot complain. Hey aliens, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. What are you up to today? What are you working on? Holy crap, we dropped a bunch more frames, guys. We're at 7,000 frames dropped. I'm guessing that happened while I went on break because it hadn't changed. Ah, there we go. Now I see the frames dropping. This is the first time I've actually seen it happen. I caught it happening. Not very many dropped that time. Let's count this site here. Partners up the wife and I's NVIs, Navy Vexor issues? Vexor Navy? VNIs maybe? Oh, sorry, VNI, gotcha. So the trick early on, if you're new to the activity, I don't know, but you know, watch your first however many sites it takes to get you familiar and comfortable with the process, both you and her, and then as soon as you understand the concept of like getting it into position and spinning the site, go AFK, tab out, do something else. Again, early on, you're going to want to watch your VNI, make sure it's performing as intended, but as soon as it is, I'd highly recommend not watching it. Just put intel up somewhere, just keep an eye on it. I wouldn't spin them in traffic systems either, or traveling systems. Make sure you're in a pipe or a pocket or a ring. I have a big test on Friday, so I was studying. What topic or subject, Alins? I guess subject is better way of asking. Burn this direction. See, Aura, what time mining up tomorrow in Eve time? 1100, Aura. The entire stream tomorrow will be a mining up. So it'll go from 1100 to 1700. If people want to join for part of it, or all of it, or none of it, all of that is fine. If you need location and stuff like that, send me a DM on Discord and I'll respond to that after the stream. It'll be in Provi though, so if you're ready to Provi, just make an alt. And if you're not ready to Provi, you can get there and get good. We have ships to provide, so all you gotta do is show up. If you can bring your own venture, go for it. Otherwise, it's fine. We have ventures to pass out. Forgot to turn the light off when I was on break before. The French test, super fun, of course. I took Spanish in high school. It was pretty easy in college, but... I remember helping a girlfriend study for Latin. I had a buddy who had a real bad time with German. It was the class kept getting his way. I think he took it like 3 times. And he got stuck with the same instructor or the professor for each time, so... I think there was an issue there. Oh god, guys. I had the worst spike of lag. I don't know what the hell just happened. Count the site. I clicked the note for the 6 of 10 data and everything just completely seized up. Oh, gotcha, Aura. We'll do others in the future, so maybe it'll work out where it's on your day off next time. I'm studying programming and I live in Belgium. I only have French and English to choose from. Did you choose French over English for preference, or did you perceive that you would use it more day to day in the future? No wrong answers, I'm just curious what your perception was. Oh, you've got to do them both. Okay, gotcha.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, here, obviously, things are more lax. We don't have to do one language. Hey, Corvinax, are you there? You got reported costs. Most likely in Helios. Oh, it's in Sov space too. That's like the worst intel channel in Provi. Gotcha, Linz. Hey, beacons are back. Somebody remember to turn them on. I don't know why some of those sites didn't have them. Hold on. Oh, I have that chat channel somewhere. Where the hell is it? Probably minimized. Here. Alright, Corvinax, I'm gonna get into a nerd debate on your behalf. Alright, less on your behalf, more for my own entertainment, but same idea. Post that you were not costs. See what they do. People are using third-party overlay, which is messing with them due to Q. Oh, okay, gotcha. Pulling their other character information. Let's go 1, 2. Count the site. Actually, once you join a corporation, Corvinax, you'll get far less of it. Do you, Gumby? I don't know what could cause that. I know Twitch has